Hi, I'm Lalani Dunn, Director of Marketing for the BBRSDA, and today we are going to be talking about the Alaska Symphony of Seafoods. And today I have with me Val Motley, Riley Smith, and Keith Singleton to talk about what it's all about, what the opportunity is, especially for members of our fleet, as well as a perspective from a former winner with Keith's wild Alaskan cod with lemon herb butter. But to start off, let's talk to Val about what exactly is the Alaska Symphony of Seafood.
Hi, Lalani. Thanks for having us. The Alaska Symphony of Seafood is an annual contest for new value-added products from Alaska. The Symphony was created to encourage value-added product development, maximizing the value of the resource, and diversifying markets. The products are scored on several criteria by a panel of professional judges. The winners in each category, plus other special awards, can promote their products and stand out against the competition as high quality and get that Symphony of Seafood award sticker that they can use on their packaging and other marketing material. We help promote winning products through various ways, including booth space at Seafood Expo North America in Boston and enter into their National New Product Contest in Boston.
Great. And how many years has the Symphony been around, Val?
So Alaska Fisheries Development Foundation, who manages the Symphony of Seafood, created the Symphony in 1993 and has been hosting it ever since.
That is quite the tradition we have going on. Thank you. Riley, what is making this upcoming Symphony of Seafood different from the previous years?
Thank you, Lalani. Riley Smith, the Alaska Fisheries Development Foundation. So beginning with 2020 and 2021 events, AFDF is embarking on an initiative to expand the Symphony and its positive impact in the Alaska seafood industry. Solid foundation of support, entries, funders, and market recognition, AFDF believes it's the perfect time to invest in this innovation of new products through increased partnerships, marketing, and promotions for the Symphony. The industry has already invested heavily in quality improvements, both during harvest and processing equipment, increasing capacity to create new products. Across the industry, the quality and sophistication of new products in the last few years has reached a new level. This year, in partnership with BBRSDA, we have decided to add 2 new species categories, salmon and whitefish, to allow for more possibilities for products to get recognized. Previously, we had 4 categories, which were retail, food service, beyond the plate, beyond the egg. We're going to add a salmon category as well and a whitefish category. There's also a new special award, which is the Bristol Bay Choice. These new categories and awards will allow for more exposure for products out of Bristol Bay. Also beginning this year, we're going to be sending the first place winners from each category, plus special awards and the grand prize winner to the Seafood Expo North America in Boston, or the Boston Seafood Show, pending its availability or scheduling.
I've been around for the Symphony at least for the past 10 years, and all the transformations and additional categories are really interesting to see. So it'll be great to see the next 2 once it comes around again. We have a list of recent winners, including the Hallie Halibut by Bambina's Baby Food, Candy Salmon Ice Cream by Copa, most recently the Bullwhip Hot Sauce from Barnacle Foods, and the Protein Noodles by Trident. But today we have Keith Singleton, president of the Value Added Division, and also Bristol Bay Fisherman here, who can speak to winning the Symphony of Seafood. And I'm excited to have him here and have his perspective. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you very much, Lalani. Appreciate that. Yeah, Symphony of Seafood for us, when I wanted to start our value-added division of Alaska Leader Seafoods, of our fishing company, we really needed something that would get us recognition. And so we could get a little bit of early success, get some people trying some things that we were making out of our kitchens, so that we could get it out there and potentially get a retail customer to take a look and get an appointment, and maybe with some restaurant chains. And so as we were gathering our thoughts and trying to figure out what would be the best barrier of entry that, that's out there, where could we find our place in the lineup of all this big competition with our currently our competitors, but back then the current consumer packaged goods, we didn't have one, so they weren't really our competitors. But so we looked at it and said, well, what do you need to do and to get this thing started? And the best thing to do is to obviously get the flavor on our fish and get it out into people's mouths, get some samples out there. So we went to all of our friends in the community, fishing community, and even our competitors. We sent out our packages of lemon herb buttered, which was an amazing seasoning, by the way, on our Wild Alaska hook and line caught off one of our Alaskan leader vessels. And we got that spread around to many of our friends. And then we got, basically, they ended up being our focus group. And when we hit the golden buzzer was when we got the consent, or the majority of consensus was we got the one recipe right. And so from that one recipe, we entered it into the Symphony of Seafood's awards here in Seattle. There was a Seattle's Choice Award, Alaska Choice, People's Choice, etc. Well, we entered that simultaneously with a dog treat that we made from the trimmings of our fish, because we believe at Alaskan Leader, as we do as an Alaska fishing industry, the circle of life is very important. You got to use as much of that fish as you can. So we sell our skins as dog treats. We've got a ground mince that also goes into little wafers for dog treats, on and on. But so Symphony of Seafoods for me personally has been an amazing opportunity to bring a little company like us, a little fishing company, and put us on the world stage. By winning that award in Seattle, that propelled us into Boston, where we competed against the world, the rest of the world. We had people from Australia and Ireland and UK and France, and oh my gosh, everything you could believe up there. We didn't get first place, but we did get second. And so we're very excited about that. Well, immediately at the booth in Boston, we were overwhelmed with all the retail buyers, because the one thing nice about Symphony is they've got the list, and so does ASME, for all the retailers. And so they like to send out an announcement about, please come to our booth and try the new winners of the Symphony Seafoods flavors or products. And so consequently, it launched our company. And you know what? It's the best investment we've ever made. And as Bristol Bay fishermen, I have to say that our canvas is clear right now. It's white. We've got so much opportunity through this division of BBRSDA's investment in Symphony to make different products, just like we did. Make a sauce, make a seasoning, get it packaged, get some good graphics behind you, get a little bit of, get that focus group of your family members and your friends, and get something made. And you can reach out to BBRSDA, to Leilani or Andy, and they'll get you right up into the rest of the people that can help you get it to the market and get some introductions out there. So for me personally, I didn't think we'd have this kind of success. And today we're in 20,000 stores. In 2019, we shipped out over 700,000 items that had Alaskan Leader on it. And I got to say that if it wasn't for Symphony Seafoods, that would have never happened. I don't believe it would have cost us a fortune to get that to happen. And so it's been a great stage for us. So thank you for inviting me today. And as a Bristol Bay fisherman, I highly encourage all Bristol Bay fishermen that they've got an idea, they've got a flavor, maybe there's a recipe that they've been holding back, not sure. Hey, bring it forward, reach out. It can work for you. So I hope I'm not too long-winded, but that's my pitch.
Oh, that's great, Keith. And I'm going to pick your brain a little bit too. It's so important for the Bristol Bay Sockeye brand to have high quality. Our brand image is wild taste, amazing place, and it's built on the fishing grounds. And our brand promise is supported by delivering a premium product, and which secures long-term customer loyalty. And I believe a quote from you is that quality begins at the rail. And as a harvester yourself, can you weigh in a little bit on that? And
okay,
importance
that's a great point. I missed it earlier. We started with the slogan. I think it was Chevrolet that said, "Quality goes in before the name goes on." So we kind of rolled with that back in the day. But then we realized that, you know, as we followed the trace of our fish, as we track all of our fish and fishing days and who was at the wheel or who was at the gaff and everything, we kept finding these same problem was that there was some blood in the meat. We're like, what is going on? So we videoed everything from the rail all the way through the process. And we realized that just in our boat, bringing it on board, it starts right there. And if you don't bring it on board carefully and put it in the chill, if you bring it on, throw it on the deck and break its back, you put blood into the thing and then you got a number two. So everybody, you've got to caress it. You got to bring it in nice. Get a landing mat for your decks for sure. Bleed it, put it right in that chilled water. Refrigeration systems has been a huge miracle for the fishing fleet in Bristol Bay. I've been fishing in the Bay since 1981, and it's been a game changer. So quality begins at the rail is a true statement, because from there, and the processors have invested millions into their freezing equipment and further processing equipment. So they're all in, they bought in. And for us, we just got to give them a good product. You've got to give them something to work with. And with that, it'll build out into the industry and people will be asking for Bristol Bay sockeye. I'm a true hard believer that if you know, you get what you pay for. If you don't take care of it when you receive it from the ocean, you know, it's just never going to get any better. So it doesn't just because you freeze it when you thought it's all the any bruises is going to go away. That's not true. It stays with it all the way through. So yeah, quality does begin at the rail.
Thanks, Keith. And that's for certain. The higher quality is why we are seeing Bristol Bay sockeye fillets at fresh and at retail stores. And it also allows for more value added potential because the quality is so high, it can actually support additional processing and diversify products and markets from, you know, the usual canned salmon. So thank you for that. Yeah. To wrap up, I was going to go back to Riley from AFDF and just to speak to, again, the Symphony and BBRSDA's involvement. We're really excited to be sponsors of the event.
Yeah, we're so excited for the partnership with BBRSDA. It's a 3-year partnership and it's going to bring a lot of improvements to the Symphony. So a little background, the Symphony is 100% sponsored by industry. We have longstanding major partners like the Alaska Seafood Marketing Institute and BBEDC, as well as many others. We are so happy to say that BBRSDA is our new partner. We've been working with BBRSDA to bring additional awareness about Bristol Bay sockeye, the high quality and the new value-added products being produced in the region. We thank the BBRST board for recognizing the value of the Symphony and seeing the vision that diversifying markets is important to the ex-vessel value of the fishery. I think BBRSDA and AFDF are the perfect partners to work together to support and promote the value-added products coming out of the Bristol Bay region. And Bristol Bay is committed to a 3-year partnership with AFDF, and we're so excited for the future.
Thank you. And like I said, we are excited for it. We're hoping that, you know, an in-person event is in the near future. Thank you, all 3 of you, for being here. I appreciate it. And for anyone that's interested in learning more about the event, you can go to either of our websites and find more information there. Thanks for joining me today.